Alright everyone, so we are entering the beginning of OCE versus Japan. 2v2 between Jake the Tyrant and Wolfeeyyy from Australia, both of them, and LeeRays and Kurocha from Japan. The OCE players are going to have the ping advantage right now, but we'll see if that really matters. Hopefully for me, OCE finally get a win, because in this series so far, both America and Europe have beaten out the OCE players. LeeRays is going to run this up, goes to the pass across the pitch, but ends up just getting a soft touch. Might again be that ping causing issues. Jake the Tyrant coming in for a shot, gets it high. Kurocha doesn't have much time to respond, but does get up there. And now we have a counter-attack. Currently, Jake the Tyrant and Wolfeeyyy have both kept the majority of the possession and the most shots as well. LeeRays stretching out for that one and managing to follow it up. He's starting to get some real pressure in here. Pass against the corner doesn't really work out for the Japan team right now. But Kurocha and LeeRays, both very famous Rocket League players. Kurocha, very well known for playing on the US West servers, so if you are from OCE and you play on US West, you'll eventually run into him. And LeeRays, another famous Japanese player, very well known for his air dribbling techniques. Jake the Tyrant, on the other hand, very solid 1v1 player, one of the top 1v1 players in OCE. And Wolfeeyyy, a solid 1v1 player, but more just an all-round player, currently teamless. Jake the Tyrant finding the new team as well. So, very much a big amount of talent in this game. Wolfeeyyy just managing to get the save. It is going against the crossbar, and LeeRays puts that in. First goal to Japan. And it doesn't seem that the ping is really affecting them too much, as Wolfeeyyy just struggles to get this out of the top of the net. Just hitting that a little bit too upwards in this scenario. PS4 whisper me, apparently. LeeRays chooses to go for boost. Interesting strategy. Most of the time in 2v2, you'll either stay all the way at the back or cheat. Instead of going to boost, leave that and leaving that at net open. Thank you for the follow, Toos. Good to have you here. And Jake the Tyrant just messes that one up a little bit and lets LeeRays here put it in. LeeRays actually getting the fake on him in the first place, but Jake just trying to catch that ball right in front of net instead of trying to deal with it. And just a bit of a mistake. It's one of those plays that if you are catching the ball, there is a chance of you making a mistake. Oh, and Jake the Tyrant once again coming out with the double touch, unnecessary. Kurocha on his screen most likely had that demo, but he is on 150 ping. Yeah, most of the time when you are playing, you want to make sure that you go for plays that you can get 100% of the time. And LeeRays putting this over the top of Wolfeeyy's head. It was Jake the Tyrant actually, and just a very solid touchdown into a second touch. I think this is really throwing off both Wolfeeyyy and Jake the Tyrant right now, who haven't warmed up and perhaps not expecting the 1v1 plays to come out in this 2v2. I am Stoney calling out Go Japan. Stoney, for those who don't know, is an OCE player as well, a very well known one, who is going to the RLCS LAN later this year, along with myself, and hopefully we're looking to get Dumbo to go as well, but he doesn't quite have the funds. So we might be doing a bit of a donation drive to see if we can get Dumbo to go to LAN and also participate in the Insomnia tournament in the UK. Another shot coming out right now from Kurocha, the entire pitch. Jake the Tyrant and Wolfeeyyy pushing up very hard, and there was actually a bump from LeeRays to put Wolfeeyyy in the corner, back in the kennel, and allowing that goal to get through. Kurocha going for kickoff with Jake the Tyrant, and right now Wolfeeyyy and Jake are playing very close to each other, looking for very quick passes. The shot by Wolfeeyyy, it does get saved by Kurocha, but not the clear as well, and Jake the Tyrant puts that in. Putting Japan right now in a comfortable position, but possible for OCE to make the comeback. First Rocketeer, worst Rocketeer. That is entirely right. Probably the worst Rocketeer in the world. Completely plateaued and then completely fell off the cliff after that. Poor Stoney. Kurocha does put this in the corner, tries to get it center, but at the moment just needs to waste time like he is. No risks needed, and LeeRays throws this in the top of the net. It's entirely possible that LeeRays and Kurocha have been playing for quite a bit. Thank you for the follow, Abysswap. Gonna run with that for now. Abysswap, welcome to the stream. But this is a struggle for OCE, and Wolfeeyyy, you know, not a top player at the moment in any of the playlists, but it is who Jake the Tyrant chose to play with. I think they have played a little bit. They're really going to need to synergize a lot more throughout the rest of these matches if they want to make the comeback. 50 seconds left to go. Right now Japan convincingly in the lead. Jake the Tyrant carries this up, goes for a 1v1 play, and Kurocha gets taken out on that high ping, going for a challenge. Bit of a risky one. Kurocha has got this carried. Trying to run it up and just goes into a 50-50 again. They're just wasting time. Knowing they're well in the lead, they don't really need to do so much right now to win the match. Jake the Tyrant is in the corner, looking to make a play. Takes it slow, and against the backboard, Wolfeeyyy comes in and finishes it off. A very nice set play by Jake the Tyrant, just getting a little bit of a carry. It's that second touch that takes out LeeRays, and then final one just on the wall takes it a little bit high for Kurocha. And not enough. Some solid work by OCE, getting 10 shots, but not setting up anything truly dangerous until that one. We do have 10 seconds left on the go. Right now, very high chance of Japan winning. And in fact, with 3 seconds left, I don't think they can get 2 kickoff goals. It's going to be a really interesting pinch if they do get that 1 goal in 2 seconds. And that is the game. First game over to Japan. Just wanted to quickly check. I think it's a best of 5, but I didn't. Okay, we do have confirmation. Best of 5. Japan taking out the first game, so I will update that one. Also, just move it slightly up. Bam. We've got that, and we've already got an exciting series. I expected it to be a little closer from the start, but OCE were making the comeback. Okay, they will make a switch to US West at some point to even up the pings, but right now Japan don't even need the ping advantage to be in the lead in this one. Game 2 of OCE vs Japan, and LeeRays and Kurocha looking very strong. Furox number 1. Well, Wolfeeyyy was on Furox. I'm not sure what he's doing now. He was on the Furox Alpha team, and they have since disbanded. So he is currently looking for team or not. I don't even know. He did some casting today, or yesterday, which was good to see. Already a bit of a different match right at the start with Wolfeeyyy and Jake the Tyrant already getting possession, and it feels they're more comfortable now that they aren't behind. So they're going to be hoping to get that first goal. Not sure what Kurocha is doing all the way to the other end of the map, but he does manage to get back in time. Very interesting one by Kurocha. And I'm sure I'm absolutely butchering that name as well, so apologies out to him. Jake the Tyrant does send this forward. Great backboard defense by LeeRays, getting a huge clear at the same time. Thank you for the follow, Mocom. That might actually be my 250th follower, not quite sure. And what a shot by Jake the Tyrant, putting that in the top of net. And it's this setup play, just a little bit of a dunk, getting in the favor of Wolfeeyyy. You wouldn't expect that 50-50 to go so well in their favor, but it does this time. So those who struggle, I don't know if any of these teams are in voice comms as well. So I have a feeling Kurocha and LeeRays might be. Jake the Tyrant and Wolfeeyyy did choose each other as well, so a good chance that they could be. But at the moment, Jake the Tyrant and Wolfeeyyy on the OCE team are taking the lead in the second game. Wolfeeyyy in the corner, looking to get it forward, but not really getting it anywhere. Oh, and he demos his teammate. Jake the Tyrant taken out of the play ruthlessly, but he does manage to recover. Gets the flick above Kurocha, who wasn't seeing that coming whatsoever. Wolfeeyyy casting, he does do some analytical casting every now and again. With Bizer on the Roquette tournaments, AU Roquette, ROCET, every Sunday. You've been usually asking me, but I've had to play a lot in that tournament. He even came third on Sunday, a big surprise. Jake the Tyrant carries that up, looks to get this through, but doesn't manage to do so. And now there's a counter-attack for Kurocha. Has the opportunity, maybe not expecting that bounce though. LeeRays with the shot in the left-hand side. Not this time, and Jake the Tyrant carries it away. They have a 2v1 situation here, but Jake the Tyrant needed to be able to take out LeeRays for Wolfeeyyy to have anything on that shot. You're just seeing LeeRays and Kurocha on Team Japan playing very carefully right now, back, just being a little passive and waiting on the play. Something that is very useful on high ping. Two people going up for the save there, and Kurocha managing to get it just in front of LeeRays. Is Jake standing in for air again? No, not this time. Siki is more likely to do a NA match. He's on in the middle of the day. Wolfeeyyy carries this up, but just puts it straight to Kurocha. Is essentially a pass to Team Japan. Wolfeeyyy just needs to get that ball high or behind them, or even to the side, to be able to beat them at this point in time. Kurocha up against the roof, gets it to the side, and right now OCE are 1-0 in the lead in this game, and they haven't really had much pressure against them. LeeRays has got 4 shots, but all just slow rollers, nothing truly difficult to save. I'd like to see if these guys can set up a few pass plays going between them, because neither team have looked to do it except for Jake the Tyrant off the backboard so far. LeeRays not looking for the pass once again. Possibly a little bit of confidence. Earlier in the series, LeeRays missed a couple of passes that you would normally expect him to hit, and it might be the big difference between him trying that again. Wolfeeyyy misses the boost, spends a lot of time and gets bumped in the meantime. Goes for the counter bump as well. But now possession does go over to OCE, who have 30 seconds left. Jake the Tyrant playing smart, wasting of time. The fake challenge coming out from LeeRays. Thank you for the follow, CK Neon. Appreciate it. And Kurocha comes into the center, ends up going for the corner instead. Hey Darkfire, good to have you in the stream. I'm very good. How are you this fine morning? Darkfire, for those who didn't know, is from Vindicator GG, the North American team that I'm coaching so far, and they have a very good chance of making it into the finals. I'm just going to quickly check if they wanted to switch to US West now or in the game after. But yeah, Darkfire have a very good chance, taking down Exodus 3-0 on the weekend. Very well played, and I'll be doing reviews of that on Wednesday, OCE time, Sydney time even, 1 PM, Tuesday night for those NA people. So we are in our third match. I need to quickly update the scores before they start. OCE 1 to Japan 1, so we have a tied series and it's gone essentially into a best of 3. LeeRays has this on the wall, and Jake the Tyrant is going to put it down. It does seem clear to me off that shot that Wolfeeyyy and Jake the Tyrant aren't in comms, unless Jake the Tyrant didn't tell him that he was passing it there over to the left. Are you coaching VinGG? Yeah, I am. Been coaching them for a while, but only really been heavily involved in the last few weeks. Yeah, Japan have really good mechanical skill. They even showed it early in this series with some really solid 1v1 plays, but they haven't had possession and control of the ball since then. Jake the Tyrant and Wolfeeyyy been challenging a little bit too much for them to really have time on the ball. So solid change up by them. OCE Rocket League lol. Coming out from Drippe in the chat. Meanwhile, OCE are in the lead. But they are on the OCE servers at the moment. LeeRays and Kurocha on the higher ping. LeeRays grinds out with Wolfeeyyy right there. Wolfeeyyy has to make this save. It's a difficult one, and LeeRays comes in for the shot. Very nicely played by him, but it was the setup by Kurocha over that one, and Wolfeeyyy, as you saw before, got in that 1v1 battle with LeeRays, got sent all the way over to the side, or to the enemy side, and ended up being out of position. Really struggled to get back. 13-hour stream. LeeRays definitely is probably one of them. He's a streamer and he practices a lot. In free play, a good shot coming out from Kurocha. Wolfeeyyy just managing to be in the way, really. Now we have some play by LeeRays, needing to get these clears. He's normally really good at those. He misses us this time. And Jake the Tyrant capitalizes on that very well. I've seen LeeRays doing this over and over again, high up in the wall, and gets that clear long distance. And when you are that high up on the wall, you have a very good chance of getting a long clear because you already have the height. You only need to hit it as hard as you can across the pitch, and you can usually send it very close to the opponent's net with speed. Make this threes afterwards? Maybe, but that gets harder the more people it is. I think for threes I want to do more of actual teams versus actual teams. Wolfeeyyy does get the breakaway, sends this in the net. Bit of an overcommittance by the Japan team. Kurocha really going hard to try and get that in the net. LeeRays puts that over. Wolfeeyyy just getting up in time. And Kurocha not ready to deal with it before Jake the Tyrant gets a good double touch. Follows it up to take out Kurocha. LeeRays is on the wall and ready for that one. And pass from Jake the Tyrant. He takes himself out of the play too. LeeRays almost getting that in, and Kurocha gets that against the corner, but Wolfeeyyy with a save, keeping them 2 goals in the lead. And oh no, bit of a misplay. I am having trouble with the camera work. Perhaps should just leave it on autocam a little bit more. But some solid play coming out from OCE right now to keep them 2 goals in the lead. In defense especially. Kurocha is up on the wall, and another mistake coming out. Wolfeeyyy, plenty of opportunity to put that in. And right now, OCE just takes a very commanding lead, and that's 2 mistakes right now off that backboard. 1 each from LeeRays and Kurocha. So very unfortunate for them. Oh, and Kurocha takes himself out. Here's a 2v1 situation, but LeeRays manages to get a clear close to that wall. Very important for him to do that. If it came out from the wall, it would have given an opportunity for OCE to take a shot. Ball gets dropped down. LeeRays lands on Kurocha, and that prevents him from going up. It was a bit of a misread in the first place. LeeRays not having enough boost to deal with that, thinking it was landing against the... well, going in. Ends up landing against the backboard and takes out Kurocha at the same time. It is very likely going to be a complete opposite game of that first match where Japan took a very serious lead. Kurocha has the breakaway. Goes for the 1v1 play, but he ends up carrying himself over the ball. In that situation, he needed to boost himself back down to the ground, because he just ended up jumping past the ball because he committed to that jump. Just a little too long. You have a giant ad that covers your chat. That's unfortunate. It's not anything of my doing. I don't have ads or anything. I'm not a partnered channel. Okay, the Tyrant carries this over to the middle. Doesn't get too much at the moment, and Jake the Tyrant was looking to beat out Kurocha, but he's reading it much better. It seems that they're starting to get used to the ping now. But it is 3 games in, and you want to get used to that quite a bit earlier. LeeRays just backing off that one, gives Jake the Tyrant all the time in the world. I don't think he thought that he had the opportunity to challenge. Good touch by Jake, but Wolfeeyyy wasn't expecting it. These two aren't playing too well off each other in the midfield. We'd like to see more passes coming out from both of them. And Wolfeeyyy just finishing that off, but at this point in time, it is the end of the match. Going into free cam. Get a nice top-down view of this kickoff to see how it ends. But right now, it is OCE taking out this 3rd game. We will have a server switch after this one over to US West, where the Japan players will have a slight advantage. I think they will be on something like 120 ping, and the OCE players will be on 180. But one last goal for Kurocha, bit of a confidence booster. Gets it past Jake the Tyrant, reading that Jake the Tyrant was facing one way and getting it behind him. Very difficult save to make. And that is the end of the game. We'll be remaking on US West. OCE are on match point though. So just going to quickly put in that point for OCE. And that is up there. Bam! We will remake this server. Lots of love coming out in the chat for Darkfire. Very good series against G2 as well, where they did go very close. But right now, OCE looking strong in this series against Japan. Winners go home with $1 each. $1 do. Which in Japan I think is something like 20, 30, I don't know, yen a piece. So, huge for these teams. Huge for players from Japan and OCE to have this level of prize money on the line. And again, thanks to Mortiverse, did donate a couple of weeks ago so that I could put money into these prize pools. Not much, but hoping to spread them out quite a bit. LeeRays coming with the original shot. It does hit the top, and Jake the Tyrant manages to get the save. No one following it up. Just having to figure out my camera settings once again. Bit of a play in the midfield. That is Darkfire from VinGG, yes. LeeRays up against the backboard. Kurocha is going to come in off the clear. Beats out Wolfeeyyy, and now it's possibly Wolfeeyyy having some struggles with that ping. Thought that Kurocha had the shot. Ball just stuck in the opponent's corner. Ball just stuck in the opponent's corner right now. And Japan looking to keep possession. They finally get the breakaway, does OCE, but the demo is going to stop that. LeeRays ends up going for a fake, and that was dangerous. On high ping, Wolfeeyyy doesn't even see the fake coming. Just goes for the shot anyway. Does get thrown off just enough, and a solid play again by LeeRays, but again, Wolfeeyyy keeping it out. That is 2 plays right now that should have essentially been in a goal. Ball falling down from the cross post, and if it was just a millimeter difference, it would have been a goal. Deadpan savagery. Yeah, I mean, you can't put any emotion in banter. LeeRays across. No one there to follow it up. Kurocha playing a little far back. And there is an opportunity for Wolfeeyyy. He doesn't miss that one. Puts it in. He went up early, committed a little bit too hard. but he does get it in anyway, and 1-0 lead to OCE once again. And this time OCE have the ping advantage. Possibly should have been on this server from the start. LeeRays has the shot, it is a good one, and finally 3 shots now from LeeRays. 2 of them hit the top post, and this one though goes in a little bit lower than what LeeRays might have previously been aiming for, because he's probably scared of missing once more. Jake the Tyrant has possession of this off the kickoff, but he leaves it for LeeRays. Doesn't have enough boost though to follow that up, and leaves that open net begging. Wolfeeyyy gets it to the side, and they're just seemingly taking it a little bit slow now. Just calming it down. Hey ninjas, or ninjays. Nice to have you here. It's a bit of a fun 2v2. Japan currently don't have any lives left. Kurocha just abandons the ball for Jake the Tyrant, and now LeeRays gets the shot on. It's in. It's in the bottom right of that net. Wolfeeyyy, you see him going over for boost or something. I don't know why he was running that way. Didn't expect the angle, I'm guessing, because that was a very solid shot on the net. That's putting them in the lead 2-1. Hello, Harley Davidson and Zach. Zach, you've been around for a while. Jake the Tyrant going for the 1v1 dribble plays. Bit of a pop into himself. LeeRays is carrying this up. A shot on from Wolfeeyyy, and it does go in. Kurocha not able to save that one in time. That it's going to tie up the game as well. Unfortunate here for Japan, as they very much had the chance to save that one and keep their lead. Wolfeeyyy, you could see him coming for the pass. Jake the Tyrant didn't have boost, and in the end prioritizes the boost over the pass position. He could have just grabbed a small 12 boost pack there and got into position to get a nice shot on net. Especially because Wolfeeyyy did get a solid pass. Overcommitments from the OCE team right now, but LeeRays not picking it up quick enough for the counterattack. Jake the Tyrant running back. Kurocha is just going to leave. It does seem a big difference here between Jake the Tyrant and Wolfeeyyy on the OCE and LeeRays and Kurocha from Japan, is that they're playing a lot more patient, letting OCE have the play, staying farther back and just waiting for them to touch the ball, and it does seem to be paying off quite a bit of the time. OCE has struggled to get soft touches and keep control of the ball, instead opting to just get solid hits and going for clears. So it might be possible that Japan have really read the play. LeeRays, nice pinch off the ground, and it does go up for Kurocha. He gets the shot, goes high, and Wolfeeyyy is going to collect that one. Does carry it up, and this is what I was talking about. He has plenty of room, and he opts to just hit it down the pit straight to LeeRays. What a pass by Kurocha in that one, going straight to LeeRays. Have a look at this one. Jake the Tyrant might not have boost, but more importantly can't win the battle to the ball. Almost gets the pinch against the net, but that is a serious sick aerial pass play by LeeRays and Kurocha, and now they're in a very commanding position. 45 seconds left to go to really take this into a 5th game. Kurocha has that nice play. There was no chance of a goal there, but he doesn't need a goal to win this one, and risky play coming out from the Japan team right now. Both really committing hard, taking out both of them in silly challenges. But they do end up getting back just in time, and they're still in the lead. Only 20 seconds left now. So it's a bit of a struggle. Wolfeeyy's going to pop this one up. Jake the Tyrant coming in, has a chance. Gets it down, and Wolfeeyyy doesn't spend his time just rushing that one, knowing that he needs to get a goal. Jake the Tyrant has a chance, but puts it wide, and that was a very obvious chance. Good game, however, to Japan. OCE just panicking a little bit at the end there. Jake and Wolfeeyyy having a couple of opportunities, but just rushing themselves. How are VinGG? Yeah, top 6 at the moment. They need one more win. They're 2-3 at this point in time. Meanwhile, OCE and Japan are tied, and they're playing for $1 apiece, $2 per team, and that is dollary dues, Australian dollars. So it all goes down to this game on US West. So Japan does have the ping advantage by about 50 at this point in time. Hey Dogpa, great to have you in the stream. Really awesome. You're staying up late, probably getting cooked. For those who don't know, Dogpa is another Australian player. What a pass by Jake the Tyrant, getting it to Wolfeeyyy, who was just waiting in front of net. And this is the first real pass play that we've seen from these two players, and I think that's really thrown Kurocha off guard, who was looking for the shot. Play comes across the pitch and he had no chance of saving it. Wolfeeyyy takes his time on this one, but he ends up throwing it away once again, just hitting that ball super hard forward and straight at the opponent. He needed to either chip that way behind them or take it slow and try and take him out of the play. Just Wolfeeyyy, I'm not sure right now, just absolutely rushing himself. Panic a lot. How am I going? I'm well, Dogpa. Thank you for asking. Hope you're doing well as well. Ink Boost is awesome, Darkfire. It's great at throwing off your opponents. So if you wanted to throw off your opponents, you used to have to play on the Batmobile for that really annoying sound. Now it's the Ink Boost. So if you want a tactical strategy, the 1v1 from LeeRays, almost faking out Wolfeeyyy completely, just managing to get out. Yes, you are racist, Krevak, but I do welcome racists in the stream. As an OCE Australian, no, I am just kidding. But Jake the Tyrant puts this one in, just the pop, and Kurocha didn't read it quick enough. That second touch on high ping. So OCE getting to a commanding lead early in this series, or in this game. And going to be a big effort for Japan to come back, especially when LeeRays and Wolfeeyyy are playing tiddlywinks over on the sidewall there. They spent a lot of time, LeeRays obviously realizing his mistake as soon as the ball goes straight towards his net, but Wolfeeyyy, really strong recovery by him to get back quicker. LeeRays does take out one, and you see with that touch, when LeeRays is going for these touches, he's trying to take someone out of the play. Almost all of the time, taking Jake out that time, and Wolfeeyyy out the first time. So he's being effective with all of his touches, but not quite effective enough to beat the raw power coming out from Jake the Tyrant and Wolfeeyyy in that offensive half. LeeRays has this in the corner. Wolfeeyyy comes out for the clear, and he just jumps off the wall. He's taken himself out of the play, gives Kurocha a one-on-one opportunity. And Kurocha and LeeRays have both told me that they haven't been playing 1v1 in 5 to 6 months. Both of them no longer real 1v1 players. So that's why we are doing the 2v2. Though I did plan on doing a 2v2 with these guys at one point anyway. So good to have them playing. And the shot comes out from Kurocha, letting that ball hit the backboard. Bit of a mistake by the OCE team. They probably could have stopped this. Just a little bit misread by Wolfeeyyy, and that opens up the net and the game for Japan. Good kickoff by LeeRays there, just managing to stay in the ball, behind the ball, giving Kurocha the confidence to go for that boost as well. And it is just getting stuck here. Not much happening. There is an open net. Jake the Tyrant puts it through, but he just jumps off a little bit too far from the side. Great bump from Kurocha. Not sure why he went for it, but he does. A bump to keep the enemy in your own defensive half is an interesting one, but it did almost work out for them in that one. Duck discrimination. LeeRays leaves that over, but he does end up going for it anyway. I thought he was going to leave that for Kurocha. And again, LeeRays taking somebody out of the play, turns it into a 1v1, takes the shot, a very good one, and it takes out Wolfeeyyy, who had a little bit of low recovery time. We'll have a look at that from his perspective. LeeRays, a very strong pop from him. Just surprising. just cuts underneath it and instantly jumps, and you'll catch a lot of people off by guard with that one. On top of that, it's a very easy maneuver to make, so if you're not doing that, you need to know it for both 3v3s and 1v1s, and of course 2v2s. The cut across the ball underneath it and then jump, just to pop it over the top of them. Jake the Tyrant against the backboard. Wolfeeyyy is going to come in, he gets the shot on net, and LeeRays is not able to save it. So OCE looking commanding in this final 5th match. Looking to take out this entire series and that $2 dues. Hello Saintly, welcome to the chat. Good to have you. As well as 60 other viewers, or 48 it says here. Good to have everyone on. LeeRays is going to wait on this one, play it patient. This time we see the opposite from LeeRays. Not opting to take it slow and take someone out of the game. Hope you guys don't hear that truck going by, but that just adds to the stream. Jake the Tyrant, this is something he's very good at, wasting time, taking it slow when he needs to. When they're in the lead, he seems to spend a lot more time, and what a dribble by Kurocha! This is absolutely sick. The triple touch would have beaten a lot of people on low ping, but against Jake the Tyrant on high ping, was even a bump right at the end. Yeah, Turtle has some great emotes, and that is important when you're becoming a sub, a partner, is that you get emotes that people are going to like, you know, no matter what. So, I'm not ever going to put my face as an emote, because nobody's going to be using that in other people's chats, but very fun things like those turtles. Really awesome. Kurocha puts this in the center. Chance for LeeRays to tie this up. He's going for the double touch. Manages to get it, but not on net. And that was a huge play, but not paying off. Japan need to get aggressive here. Kurocha does get the shot on. It's going above. Jake the Tyrant can't save it, and we have ourselves a tied game. Oh my goodness. Tied game in the 5th. 7 seconds left for one team to try and get the lead, but otherwise we're going to see ourselves in overtime. Japan really showing they know their stuff in 2v2s against Jake the Tyrant. Because you got to remember, they were on the low ping in the first 3, the high ping in those first 3 matches. And yeah, Japan coming out with the mad shots, and you would have seen LeeRays and Kurocha have practiced those air dribbles, those double touches over and over again. LeeRays coming out for this one, he takes it out. Is this a game? It is! LeeRays gets the shot on net over the top of Wolfeeyyy, and they take out this series 3-2. Getting the prize. Kurocha not able to steal that one, but in the end, congratulations to Japan, and that is even leaving OCE right now not taking a single series from anyone.